Hello and welcome, college sports fans. I'm Connor Four, and this is Instant Replay, your #1 top spot for all things CU athletics. Let's kick off this second installment of our series by highlighting the women's volleyball team. These ladies are on fire, winning 5 of their last 6 matches. Earlier this week, the Cougars took on the Georgian Court University Lions at home. In this smackdown, the Cougars swept the Lions 3-0, easily taking the match. In the win, Caldwell senior Katrina Jansen was the one to watch with 13 kills, 5 aces, 1 huge block, and 3 digs. Her efforts secured the win for the Cougs as they continue their stellar season. The ladies continued their hot streak by claiming 2 wins away at Nyack College and Bloomfield College to round out a phenomenal week. The Cougars are proving that they can win whether they're at home or on the road, with a 19-6 overall record and a 13-3 conference record this year. The team is back in action this Friday, November 3rd, away at Pace University, and then right back on home court Saturday, November 4th versus Dominican College. In the home stretch of their regular season of play, the men's soccer team came up big with a win on the road against Felician University last week. Crushing the competition by a score of 4-1, the hero of the game for Caldwell was freshman Alessandro Canino, scoring 4 goals on 4 shots to propel the Cougars from a 1-goal deficit to a 3-goal lead by the 89th minute of the contest. To end their regular season at home, the Cougars faced off against the Bloomfield Bears. Though each team fought hard for the win, the final score would be tied 2-2 after 2 bouts of overtime. Both Caldwell goals were scored by junior Joaquin Esquardo in the 14th and 24th minute of the contest. In the quarterfinal match of the CACC tournament, the Cougars faced off against the #1 seed Thomas Jefferson University Rams away in Philadelphia. In this tournament match, the Cougs would come up short against the Rams with a final score of 1-0. The men's soccer team concluded their season with an overall record of 6-10-3 and a conference record of 4-6-2. Earlier this week, the women's soccer team headed into a big conference matchup against the Goldie Beacom College Lightning, with 6 wins and 4 losses in their conference already this season. In the senior day-themed matchup, the graduating Lady Cougars Sheila Karras and Kayla Trosi were honored in a pregame ceremony before kickoff. Though the Cougars came out strong against the Lightning, it was the Lightning who put points up on the board first, scoring in the 56th minute of play. Not letting the score faze them, the Cougars kept the fire throughout the match and found the back of the net in the 66th minute off the head of number 23, junior Stephanie Faust. Scoring her 3rd of the season, Faust's goal tied the score at 1 apiece, and so it would stay for the remainder of the match, thanks to the phenomenal goaltending efforts of Caldwell's own Daniela Luca. With 2 stops in the overtime and 5 throughout the game, Caldwell's tie against Goldie Beacom was the first of the season, and our sideline reporter Samuel Odell caught up with the team captain after the final whistle.
Hi, I'm here with Sheila Karras, captain of the women's soccer team here at Caldwell, following a 1-1 tie with the Goldie Beacom Lightning. What were your thoughts on the game, Sheila?
It was a tough game, but everyone came out really strong. We were really proud of our performance, but we wish we could have got the W at the end of the day.
Okay, and I noticed you were playing centre back today, as opposed to central midfield where you usually play. How did you find the positional alteration? Was it different for you at all?
It's definitely a lot different. You have to be aware of everything like in front of you, make sure everyone's marked up. You can't really leave the back of the field. Where centerman, you can roam more, so it was just a lot more responsibility back there.
Okay, and on reflection after your 4 years here at Caldwell, I mean, it's senior day today. What can you take away from the experience? Obviously, it's not over yet, but what are your highlights?
Probably just all the friends that I've made playing soccer, like previous teams that I played with here. I'm still friends with a lot of the girls that went here. Some of the girls on my team right now are my best friends.
Finally, the season's coming to a close soon. Obviously, you're in playoff contention. What are the general aspirations for the team in the close season?
Well, last year we were CAC champs, so we're hoping to go back-to-back CAC champs this year, but it's going to be a hard one.
Excellent, and I wish you the best of luck on that. Thank you, Sheila.
The soccer team concluded their regular season Wednesday, October 25th, with the win on the road at Felician University against the Golden Falcons. The next stop for the Cougs was the CACC tournament playoffs, where the ladies fell in the quarterfinal round to Holy Family University on the road by a final score of 1-0. The Lady Cougars ended their season with an overall record of 8-9-1 and a conference record of 7-4-1. In the last two matches of the women's tennis season, the ladies played a conference matchup against the University of the Sciences away. In the match, the Cougars would fall to U Sciences by a final score of 8-1. Their season ended with a conference record of 1-7 this year. In the final match of the year, they faced off against the Damien College Wildcats right here at Caldwell University. Despite the team's best efforts, the match would conclude with a final score of 7-2. The overall record for the season for the team would finish at 3 wins and 9 losses. The women's tennis team did receive honors as the season came to a close, with 3 of the ladies earning spots on the CACC All-Academic team. Seniors Rebecca Ryan, Valeria Oterola, and sophomore Janice Jimenez all met the criteria and have been awarded for their efforts on and off the course throughout the season. After concluding both their regular seasons by running in the Cougar Chase right here at Caldwell University, both the men's and women's cross-country teams competed in the CACC Championships in Newcastle, Delaware. Both teams ran hard and earned 10th place for the women and 13th place for the men. In the last race of the season, both of the teams will travel to Amherst, New York to run in the NCAA Division II East Regional, hosted by Damien College, on Saturday, November 4th. In what is sure to be an exciting race, both teams are expected to run hard and leave it all out on the course before heading into the off-season. Thus far, the best finish of the season for the men's team was a 3rd place in the Cougar Chase, hosted by Caldwell, and the best for the women were 2 5th-place finishes in the Cougar Chase and the Goldie Beacon College Invitational. Great job and good luck to both teams as they head out into their final match of the season. In the bowling team's most recent tournament, the Sacred Heart University Bowl for the Cure in Wallingford, Connecticut, the ladies were met with some tough competition from Malloy College, Adelphi College, Felician University, Franklin Pierce University, and Sacred Heart University as well. Though the team concluded the day with an average points per game of 912, it was not enough to eke out any of the competition, as the ladies unfortunately dropped all 5 matches in the tournament. The next competition for the bowlers is this Saturday, November 4th, at Fairleigh Dickinson University in Stratford, New Jersey. The ladies are looking to come out strong in this tournament and keep the fight as they continue bowling throughout the winter and into the spring. The Caldwell University sprint football team is wrapping up its inaugural season with one last game away against Navy at the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland this week. Earlier last week, though, the team played one of their final home games of the season at James Caldwell High School right here in West Caldwell, New Jersey. The Cougars took the field, ready to face off against the Mansfield Mountaineers, a team that was 0-4 going into the contest. Scoring on their opening drive, it was clear that Mansfield was ready to put up a fight against the 1-2 Cougars and that they were not about to give up easily. Shortly after, the Cougars struck back, scoring a touchdown on a 66-yard run by freshman Carl Watson. Failing to convert on the extra point attempt due to a big blocked kick, the momentum of the game quickly swung back into Mansfield's favor, as they put up 4 unanswered touchdowns before Caldwell could get any other points on the board. The Cougars would pounce twice more in the match, off a 16-yard run by freshmen Xavier Stevens, and a touchdown for the record books scored by freshman Jared Dockett. Caldwell University athletics star Jared Dockett recorded the first ever kickoff return for a score in team history late in the 4th quarter. He was also recently named the Collegiate Sprint Football League Special Team Player of the Week. Our sideline reporter Justin Giannetti spoke with the team captain after the game.
I'm with Quentin Corderero, captain of the Caldwell Sprint Football Team. Quentin, despite the loss, how do you feel you guys did today?
Well, honestly, I think we played pretty well, but like the first half, our coach saying with some of the defensive plays, a little too much arm tackling here and there. But other than that, we picked it up. The second half, defense came out, a couple 3-and-outs here and there. And overall, defense played great. Offense played great. There was just a little, there's 3 turnovers, which isn't too bad, but then the defense should pick them up. We should all be there picking each other up. But other than that, I think we played well. We had a lot of confidence coming in.
You guys let up a lot of touchdowns in the beginning. The first half, the defense was a little bad. What do you think was going through the players' minds in the second half, being that they played a lot better defense and really turned the game around?
Well, that's it right there. Like you just said, turning it around. First half, we did not play. We didn't have the enough intensity, and it didn't seem like we really wanted it. And then after we're already down by too many of these touchdowns, then we turned it around, but it was a little too late. But other than that, we need to come out with more intensity.
Good. Going into Chestnut Hill's game next weekend, what do you feel you guys need to work on as a team, and how do you guys think you guys are going to fare with them?
Well, I think what we really need to work on is one, put this game away. It's over. It's in the burner. We're not going to think about it anymore. And now we're just going to focus on Chestnut Hill. Like Coach said, work on more aggressiveness, no more arm tackling, driving through the numbers. And on offense, no stupid turnovers, nothing like that. It was just little silly mistakes that didn't need to happen. So we'll just patch those up, and I think we'll do great versus Chestnut Hill. We'll come out with more intensity and be more confident in this game.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask was, what was up with all the penalties called during the game?
Yeah.
Was that referees, or was that the players getting frustrated?
Well, to be honest, the players were getting frustrated because after each play, there was players on the other team pushing and shoving after the whistles, and everyone was just running their mouths, and we shouldn't. There's been players that shouldn't have run their mouths. They should just play the game. Don't talk, just play the game. That's it. I mean, we just gotta change that. That's that's high school stuff. We need to grow up and not talk back to players and push and shove and punch people after the play, because, like you saw with the penalties,
Yeah.
It cost us a lot.
Yeah, and another thing was I noticed defensive players also playing offense. Does that usually happen, or?
That doesn't happen. That was the first. I didn't think that was really going to happen, but I think we're just trying new things out, just trying to get wins, trying to fit where people really are the most capable to their ability to play in that spot, and I think we're just trying to get a feel for everything.
Okay, so how do you guys think you guys are going to fare for the rest of the season?
I think we're going to do great. This is going to turn us on. We're going to get the burners going, and it's going to start a fire in us, because it got away from us. We could have won this game definitely. If one with the penalties, the turnovers, no more arm tacklings, we could have won this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The game would conclude with a final score of 49-19. But regardless of the difference in the points on the big board, Caldwell's 3 touchdowns gave the coach and the captain the silver lining of hope the team continues to seek in its inaugural year. Many believe that a team with a majority of freshmen like Caldwell has to learn the lessons of tough losses today, with a determined focus toward the success it aims to find tomorrow. This Sprint football team is only beginning. It's going to grow, it's going to mature, and it's going to hopefully become the cornerstone of the athletics department and an icon of Caldwell University. That's all for this installment of Instant Replay. Keep checking in for all things CU athletics. Get out there and support your school athletes and fellow classmates. Until next time, I'm Connor Four.